Three live streams in 3 days. Aren't you lucky? Well, I don't know how lucky you can really say you can be, with given the fact what we are live streaming about. You know, I generally cannot believe the actions of Boris Johnson today. The fact that he continues to act like an absolutely spoilt brat is unbelievable. I was definitely under the impression last night would be that he would be out, that he would have resigned. Simon, you're awake for once. Well, good morning. Good morning to everyone joining us. Like I say, welcome to what officially is the biggest hostage crisis in UK political memory. Lulu's Courier, good morning, old chap. Good morning to you. Crowban, what day is it? Yeah, indeed, what day is it indeed? Good morning to you. Good morning to you, Ben. Good morning to Lara. Good morning to you. Yeah, it's laundry day. To be honest, the reason why I'm doing this live stream is because, to be honest, it saves me making a video. Because, to be honest, if I were to make a video, it could potentially either be out of date or something could have changed by that point. And to answer the question of someone who's just asked, yes, Johnson is still delusional enough to think that he can still continue. We have had more resignations this morning, so I think this puts us, if you are keeping count, to 48, 47, I think, something like that. So, yeah. Boris Johnson has effectively taken the country hostage. Yeah, you know, what more can I say? That's basically what he's done. He's taken the country hostage. 50 now, right? Okay, so yeah, we've passed 50. So, yeah, he's effectively taken the country hostage. So, welcome, if you live in the UK, to the biggest hostage crisis ever seen in the UK. How this all ends, well, we can't really say. We've still got to rely on the fact that either Boris is going to, shall we say, resign gracefully, although, shall we say, there is absolutely no grace going to be involved in his exit. I think they're going to be absolutely lining up to show him the door. You've had Lord Frost, or Frosty, come out this morning and say that Johnson cannot be the caretaker PM while the leadership contest continues. And oh, trust me, we are going to be talking about the leadership contest because, to be honest, I think he is going to be here throughout the weekend as well. So, yeah, this is going to be a long continuing hostage crisis. It is going to continue certainly through until Monday. And then, of course, later on, I think it's Monday afternoon, that is when the committee, the 1922 committee, gets replaced. And of course, it is going to be stacked with people who are going to change the rules and who are going to very, very quickly call for a vote of no confidence in the Prime Minister. So, before we've said, you know, Boris is on a ticking clock, it's called decompensating. It's very true. That is probably what is happening at the moment. He is very much decompensating for his complete inadequacy. And, you know, I was saying this last night. I was in, a few of you might have been in the Discord chat last night on Max's Discord. I joined in just to briefly. I think who was there? There was Conservator. Who else was there? English Viking. I can't remember. A couple of other people who were there. And, you know, I laid out the fact, I think that it's quite shocking, that because we've had so many resignations, and not high-level resignations, although I think Brandon Lewis has quit, and I think there might be someone else from the cabinet. So in terms of like the top leadership team, there have now been 4 resignations. And by the looks of it, someone's just put 54. So it does look like these resignations are continuing to roll in. Which doesn't surprise me. Because effectively you do not have a functioning government. How our country works is that these lower level ministers who have resigned take up committee positions. You know, these guys run committees that effectively decide what legislation goes into bills, talk about, liaise with different government departments about what they're going to do with that particular bill. And of course they report, well, if you're going to do this, then we have to do this, or they might say, well, if you're going to do this, then you might have to change sort of this as well, you know, sort of the real meat and potato stuff of politics that not a lot of people pay attention to. But because so many of them have resigned from the government's payroll, remember, they haven't resigned as MPs. That's one thing I think when we're saying that they've resigned, a lot of people getting confused about. They haven't resigned as MPs. That's what we call stepping down. But if they resign, that means they've resigned their job within the government. And because so many have done that, effectively today, none of these committees are running. And because none of these committees are running, effectively, the government cannot do its job. Do not have a functioning government. So, and because Boris Johnson is still refusing to go, this will continue for as long as he is there. And like I say, we've had more resignations. And I wouldn't be surprised if because of this, someone comes up with the idea for another mechanism to remove, shall we say, these dead weight prime ministers, I wouldn't be surprised if we see someone start this topic of conversation about this. Because I think it was the tech minister. Like I say, I quickly scanned some of the resignation letters that had come in this morning. I think it was the tech minister. And in his letter, he turns around and says, look, you are causing a constitutional crisis. And he's right, he is. Johnson has caused a constitutional crisis where the government cannot run. And, you know, there's a lot of people asking, well, what happens now? And what essentially happens now is Johnson effectively can stay there for as long as he wants. The only thing that can get him out is if the 1922 committee goes into action to get him out. And unfortunately, that looks like that's not going to happen until Monday, unless the current 1922 committee say, okay, we can see this is causing a massive problem. We're going to allow a vote. So unless that happens today, Johnson isn't going anywhere. Unless, like I say, he resigns. And that's the crazy thing, because I think a lot of people looking, well, can't they do anything else to get rid of him? No, they can't. Even if the government, even if the opposition were to sort of step in, and to be honest, I think it works in Keir Starmer's favour. Not only just Keir Starmer, but Ed Daley and the rest of the opposition leaders, just to let this chaos play out. Because they could, if they wanted to, call a motion of no confidence in the government. If that happened, of course, the government would then have what is called 12 days to regain the confidence. And in that time, essentially, it's not a leadership contest. It would effectively be something else, but it would lead potentially to a general election, because what it would happen, let's say they call this no confidence vote, let's say they get the votes required, which I think you need about 60% or more of Parliament to agree to. So that's the first thing they've got to be able to agree to. So there's got to be enough Tories to agree that, yeah, this is crazy. This is, you know, complete schizo. You know, we're even going to, you know, join in on this. So there's got to be enough Conservatives joining on this motion as well. And is that possible? Is that likely? Well, it's certainly possible. It is certainly possible. And what would then happen is, if they win that first vote, the government's then got 12 days to try and regain confidence. If it doesn't regain or win that vote within 12 days to regain confidence, at that point, this triggers stuff that would start a general election. And this would put a ticking clock on the Conservatives to essentially start the process to essentially get rid of Johnson faster. And I think, you know, the opposition leaders are in that, they're in that odd moment where letting this play out the way that it is more politically advantageous for them than calling for that no confidence vote. So while I think it could be a possibility, I don't see it as very likely happening. You know, I think that the opposition parties are more than willing to let the Conservatives and let this, well, hostage situation, shall we say, play itself out. I think they're very willing just to let that happen. So, like I said, maybe we could see a vote of no confidence from the government. Maybe we might not. To be honest, we really don't know. But it's more advantageous for them just to let this psychodrama play out. But yeah, it's unbelievable to think that we're in this situation now. You know? But Boris Johnson has proved that he's delusional enough to at least make, you know, think that this works. Oh, we've got some ponies. Oh. Just being careful because I don't want them stampeding this way. Yeah. Don't come this way. All right. Looks like they're going to be a bit. Looks like they're not going to play ball. Look like they're not going to be calm. So yeah, let's just continue on. And hopefully we won't be involved in a stampede. So yeah. What's this? Resignation letters to be paid likely before noon. Doesn't surprise me. Breaking news, is Johnson going to resign today? Is that true? Can we have some other confirmation of that? Is that true? Has he finally given up the ghost? Has he finally let go? Yep, I'm having a second confirmation of that. Yep, it's true. Excellent. Johnson is resigning. Hally goddamn Lulia. It's true for now. Well, to be honest, the fact that he's announced that, it's over. The hostage situation is over. Oh. The pony was having a good old roll a moment ago. See, look at that. Even this pony is happy. Are you happy Johnson's gone, boy? Yeah, he's happy. But yeah, like I say, do keep me, apprised of any news. But that's amazing. If that has actually happened, and like I say, we've had about 2 or 3 confirmations now. Boris is gone. Hallie, God damn hallelujah. So yeah. So yeah, it's over. He's expected to resign today from Sky News. Boris resigned today. It's all over. Thank God. Thank God it's over. Yeah. Someone must have talked sense into him. Someone must have just said, like, it's enough. It's over. So thank God it's over. Thank God, Pony. It's over. Yeah, time to get the wallpaper off the walls. Hey up, boy. Ooh, it's a daisy. But yeah, it's over. And you know what this means? You know what this means? Leadership contest. It's on. It's on, boys. We're about to see a whole new stage happen now in the next couple of days. We are talking Tory leadership contest. There were a couple of MPs saying last night that they're already being lobbied by candidates. David Davis said that there were at least 10 candidates already in the potential running. That's huge. That's huge. So now we've got to start the rounds of voting. And trust me, the hustings on this, as I've continuously said throughout all this time, this is going to be a bare knuckle boxing match. And it also raises some serious questions as to, can a member currently in Johnson's cabinet can a member of Johnson's current cabinet run for the leadership contest? I put it this way, any of the current cabinet running for office are going to find it hard. Just now, Johnson to resign but to continue as PM until autumn. Oh. Is that what he's agreed? That's going to be his, quote, graceful exit? Yeah, let the massacre begin. It's a Tory leadership contest, boys. It's on. And oh boy, is it going to be brutal. There is going to be mudslinging. There is going to be some bare knuckle boxing involved. But if you are just joining us, my chat is having reports that Johnson is set to resign today. Thank God. So yeah, celebration time, but this is not a... This enters into a far more interesting conversation of that we are going to have a Tory leadership contest. And if Johnson is staying on to the autumn, as some people are now saying in chat, this could be a long leadership contest if it's going to be an autumn exit. But I'm surprised he wants to continue that long, to be honest, because the longer he stays in, the worse it's going to be. Because trust me, more scandals are going to come. More scandals are going to happen. But none of this is going to be good for him. And I really do think that the government, or at least what we saw, was that a lot of MPs, or at least the Tory MPs, were trying to trap him. Like, trying to trap him so that he has no option of getting out and getting wriggled out to go. And I think this might have been the compromise. I think you've had, or what will probably come out, maybe later today, maybe even later next week, that someone probably gave Johnson a phone call and said, look, you cannot continue. And that's true, he can't continue. But they probably spelled it out to him in no uncertain terms that Johnson couldn't continue. And he was offered, by the looks of it, if people are saying that he's going to be PM until autumn, that is his graceful exit. So yeah, more people confirming that he's gone. I think, I think, like I say, we'll probably find out as well during this time that it was the sacking of Michael Gove. I think that was a mistake. I think he did that in an attempt to try and regain some authority. And I think that move may have backfired on him. So, yeah. Boris is gone. Not yet, but he's going. Just like the limpet he is, he's still trying to hang on. So, it's all over, folks. It's all over. Like I say, we started this surprise good morning walk with a hostage situation, which we were in. Like I say at the beginning, I was describing and telling you all just how much of a hostage situation we were in. The government effectively couldn't run. But now starts the Tory leadership contest. Organising to issue a statement in Downing Street. Well, maybe we'll cover that in a bit as well. Oh, this is the thing where you do something like this, when we're out and about, we can't, tune in to Sky News or anything like that. But yeah, my word, what a psychodrama it's been. What an absolute psychodrama this has been. But yeah, someone probably last night probably gave Johnson the phone call. You have to go. And I think it was maybe this morning The Beeb's already outside number 10. Well, we'll see if we can get back in time. So if you don't mind me, I'm going to speed up. Let's see if we can't get back in time for this resignation speech and see it live. If not, we'll do a video. I'll do my video reaction of it so you can see it later. But yeah, he's gone. And that means leadership contest. And for those of you who have been following me for quite some time, you know this is a wide field. You know how many people are desperate to get in there. And we've had, and well, I particularly think any of the current cabinet ministers who try to run, and that includes, you know, people like Liz Truss, even Rishi Sunak, are going to have a very, very hard time in the first couple of rounds. They're going to have a lot of questions to answer for, you know, why didn't you step up against this behaviour in number 10? Why were you supporting the Prime Minister for this long? If you see this type of behaviour, how can we trust you to handle it properly? You know? This is the crazy moment, the 11th hour, the final moments. And already Tories are already lining up to replace him. I've already seen news that apparently Steve Baker, the head of, well, the former head of the ERG and the current head of the Net Zero Scrutiny Group, has said that he intends to run. So that could be interesting. But again, I don't know if he's going to be doing that. Okay, my friends just sent me a message on Facebook. Unfortunately, I can't show you it, but apparently there's been live footage of Theresa May celebrating. So yeah, if it's going to be lunchtime, then I'm going to enter into standby mode, and we're going to try and cover this live when it happens. But it just becomes a question of when. Just becomes a question of when. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting resignation speech. It's going to be a very interesting resignation speech. So probably watch out when we stream for that. But like I say, we're going to be covering this live. It's going to be fun, certainly going to be very, very interesting. But, oh, there we go. What's he going to say? What's he say? What's he going to do? We saw in a lot of resignation letters, certainly at the beginning ones, we're at least trying to talk up his achievements. And as I've said, these achievements really do not amount to a lot, you know? You've got, he got all the big calls right during the No, he really didn't. We had a massive death rate in this country during the pandemic. They did not get all the big calls right. We've had all the financial crisis. The fact that Johnson hasn't had a single plan. The fact that this oven-ready Brexit deal that was meant to be perfect on arrival has not proven to be so. It's got more holes in it than Swiss cheese. And even worse, if someone from the UK were to make Swiss cheese, they couldn't export it to the EU. So this is well and truly, you know, Boris leaves behind a legacy of absolute chaos, of an economy in shambles, of a pandemic response that ultimately really did fail. And like I say, I'm looking forward to when we finally get that coronavirus inquiry. Like I say, that was meant to start soon. But whether we will get it or not is another question. But yes, if you are joining us, ding dong, Boris is gone at last. It's bizarre that we started this less than an hour ago in what I described as a hostage situation. And now he's finally gone. So the question is, who takes over? Like I say, you've got Steve Baker. You know, you've got Steve Baker who said he's going to run. I think you're going to find there are a few lucky loos who try and, shall we say, get in and join the to join in on the fun. But this, but this coming leadership battle, for those of you who have been watching these Good Morning Walks where we've just talked about the different direction that all these groups want to pull the Tory party in, and the split, the absolute chasm that is now about to open is going to be unbelievable. And it's just a question of who on earth are they going to put in? But one of the things we've heard constantly is if Boris goes, Brexit goes. So could we see maybe a softening of the approach to Europe, a more conciliatory approach, a more accepting one, of building closer ties with the EU, like Keir Starmer said? It's possible, but we don't know. So with that, I'll probably see you for this resignation probably at some point this afternoon. So yeah, we'll see you all then. Morning.